Hey there everybody, Pete here. It has been a long time. Hopefully all of you are doing well. It is time to do some more fun stuff and show you some new additions to my library. I haven't done this in a little while, haven't done much in a little while, and I'll touch on that at the end of the video. But let's do the fun stuff first before we get to the not so fun stuff. First of all, for the NES, really funny story. I went to a local GameStop store, and I was poking around at some games in there, and the person behind the counter said that, asked me if I collected NES games, and I said, yeah, why? And he said, well, someone just left these here and didn't want them anymore, so do I want them? And I'm like, yeah. So what I got was I got Gyromite here in a slipcover. The label is in great shape, and it is a 5-screw cartridge. I got, and I needed this one. I have been hoping to get this one for a while. This is Rygar here from Tecmo. Comes in its slipcover, and it also came with a manual, which is very cool. So Rygar I got for nothing. Also got Duck Hunt, a black box game, which I did not have. I have Super Mario Duck Hunt, but not Duck Hunt standalone, and it came with its instruction manual, which is really cool. Also came in a slipcover. Also, Jordan vs. Bird, which is a Milton Bradley release. Milton Bradley from right around here in Springfield, Massachusetts. This from 1988. So the label is in great shape, the manual is in great shape, and I didn't have it. So it was really cool to get that. One game that I did have, but I'm glad to, I was glad to get, is RC Pro-Am for the NES. Fantastic game. I enjoy this a lot. And now I have 2 copies of it, and I'll probably be pawning one off soon because I really don't need 2 copies. And it's really unnecessary to own more than 1 copy of a game, at least in my opinion. So those are the NES games. I got those for nothing. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time, and sometimes when you're collecting games, that's the best way to be. It was my birthday recently. I just turned 44 on April 22nd, which was last Friday. And as part of my birthday, I did get a few things. First is Superman for the Genesis, which I have not played yet, so I don't know a lot about it. The label is a little bit faded, but still fine. And it's a Sunsoft game, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad. I also picked up for my birthday this. This is the Sega 3D Classics Collection, not the Sega CD Classics Collection. Oh, I'd love to see that. So this has Altered Beast, Sonic the Hedgehog, Puyo Puyo 2, Power Drift, which is awesome. Let's see, Fantasy Zone 2W, which is pretty cool, Thunderblade, which I'm terrible at, and Galaxy Force 2, which I already owned. There's also Fantasy Zone 2 and Maze Walker for the Master System on here as well. It's a really nice package. It's $30 at your local store. I do recommend it if you have a 3DS. And try and get one early, because if you do, you get one of these really cool sheets of stickers from Mega Drive, Genesis, Master System, and other cool stuff. So, again, $30 at your local retailer. Go grab it if you have a 3DS. You will not be sorry. All right. I got one game that was a upgrade. I had this disc only, and now I have it complete. So I have another disc that I'll be doing something with down the line. This is Onimusha Blade Warriors, the only one of the Onimusha games that I didn't have complete, and now I do. So we have the manual, we have the disc, which is in pretty good shape, and it's really cool to have that. Unfortunately, where I got that, I went to a flea market in a nearby town, and they had a lot of video games there, especially a lot of PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. But the discs were in very, very bad shape. I had to inspect everything in order to find things that I could really get. So word to the wise, and most of you I'm sure are already doing this, but if you're collecting, make sure for disc games that you're inspecting the discs before you buy. Don't just buy blindly from a flea market or a yard sale because it's a couple of dollars. Make sure you're checking it first so you're not sorry later on. Okay, I also got this. This is my 799th PlayStation 2 game, which means my next one, whenever that will be number 800. This is Mystic Heroes. Now, I have an affinity for the Dynasty Warriors games. I love these games. Now, a lot of people hate it. People think that it's just very much a button masher, square, 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 triangle kind of deal. But for me, I've always had a soft spot for these games, and this I did not own. I thought about getting this for the GameCube, but this particular version has 4 extra characters and new mission and free modes and some other cool stuff. So it's kind of like what the PlayStation 2 version of Resident Evil 4 was, where it might not look quite as good. There may be some minor graphics issues, but you get more content in here, so it's almost like the definitive version of the game. So I grabbed that again. This is number 799. You can see on the new TV, you can see the GX TV is gone, and again, I'll touch on that in a minute. Xevious 3D Plus G, which is this guy right here, came out in my favorite year of console video gaming, 1997. If you like Xevious, and not a lot of people do, but there are some people that really, really like it, this is the best game to get. Because you not only get 3D Plus G, which is a completely different game with a bunch of polygons and new boss characters and such, but you also get a Xevious arrangement, you get Super Xevious, and you get the original arcade Xevious as well. So it's very much a love letter to the Xevious coin-op, and it's very much worth getting. It is a little steep to get now. This was $20. I used part of an Amazon gift card to get this, but I always wanted this, and now I have it. Again, from 1997, in my opinion, you can't go wrong. Also, Tecmo Super Bowl for the PlayStation. I did not have this, and I wanted to get it. And I found it in one place locally here, but the disc or the case was kind of shot, and the manual was in rough shape. This, although the case itself has some stains on the front, the manual is in very good shape, and the disc is in great shape too. I'll show you the disc real quick here. That's what the disc looks like. It's very plain looking. It's just red with the Tecmo Super Bowl logo on top. This game is not great. It is not the best Tecmo Super Bowl you'll play. That still falls very much between the NES and the SNES. But still, this does some pretty interesting things, including keeping track of the plays that you call and giving you detailed statistics as to what you call and how often. That was pretty novel for a game from 1996, which is with this game. When this game was published. So this also is the last Tecmo Super Bowl game to actually have the NFL license before the NFL and Tecmo kind of parted ways. Okay, with those out of the way, it is time once again for a little bit of unwrapping history. I have some games here, I'm only going to show you one right now, that I'll be opening for the first time on camera. So this will be exciting. I've been looking forward to doing this. This first one, as you saw, is Tenchu Stealth Assassins, which was originally published, it looks like 1998, from Activision, I believe. This is a stealth game, not my favorite genre, but it is sealed. So we'll go ahead and we will unseal it for the camera, if I can find a spot to open it. There we go. I think I got it. So we'll go ahead and we'll open this up. This is always what tends to take the most time when I do these videos, is actually trying to get the wrapping undone. Again, I don't know a lot about this game. I will say that this came out when I was working for Funcoland, and it sold pretty well, but again, it wasn't my thing, and if I was going to be playing a stealth game at all, it was going to be Metal Gear Solid at the time. This is the greatest hits version, as you can see by the green stripe, which for collectors is kind of the kiss of death. But for me, as long as I have the game so I can play it, whether it's greatest hits or whether it's black label, it really doesn't matter too much to me. So there is the ID label, which we've taken off of the front. When we open up the case, we'll see that because it's greatest hits, it's just a silver disc with the Tenchu logo at the top. Mentioned something about a Tenchu 2, the Assassins Are Back in spring of 2000. That was a thing, right? There was another Tenchu game, I think. The manual is in black and white. It is 28 pages in length. Yeah, I really can't tell you a lot about this game yet because I haven't played it. This is the first time I've opened it, so I will give it a go when I get some spare time after the semester's over. And on the back of the case, Tenchu Stealth Assassins live by honor, kill by stealth. That is the tagline that's accompanied the series for a while now. Prowl and strike with lethal precision as ninja assassins Rikimaru or Ayame in the shadowy world of feudal Japan. Armed with mystical weapons and sheer cunning, you must shed blood with discretion and move without detection, for only the unseen survive. Well, that won't be me, because I'm terrible at stealth. But again, Tenchu from 1998, 1999. Okay. I just got these two games in the mail today. And I'm going to do this one first. This is High Heat Baseball 2002 from the 3DO company. The High Heat Baseball series is sorely missed. While visually these games don't impress anyone, the gameplay is where it counts, and the High Heat games had gameplay in spades. The pitching was great, the fielding was great, hitting felt really good, and you could customize the game from top to bottom. So we'll go ahead and we'll open this up. And again, this is a Black Label copy. So we'll get this sucker open. And the back of the case says, Real Baseball, turning up the heat another notch with high-impact TV-like game presentation and rockin' new audio. Completely overhauled in-game graphics, superior AI allows you to think and play like a real pro, incredibly realistic pitcher and batter animations, and a new two-man booth with play-by-play and color commentary, which wasn't really novel by this point. We had seen two-man commentary dating all the way back to 1997, with games like NHL 98 from EA. So let's go ahead and try and open this up real quick. I do have one more game to show you, and it is to me, it is the crown jewel here, but we'll take the ID sticker off. There we go. And on the inside, we do have a High Heat Baseball 2002 disc, which is red and white, which is the same color scheme as the front. There also, on the inside here, is an entry to, to go to the All-Star game, which is kind of over now. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep that to the side because there's nothing really in there. Inside the manual, which is black and white, the manual is about the same size as Tenchu. It is 28 pages in length, actually. And there is, just like with Tenchu, I didn't show it just out of time constraints because I don't want this to go all day. There is a registration card, which you can see there. Any interesting questions here? Oh, let's see. The grand prize is a 4-day, 3-night trip for two to Seattle, Washington to attend the All-Star Game and the John Hancock All-Star Fan Fest. 15 second prizes were any one of 3DO's then currently available software titles. And 20 third prizes, a 1-year subscription to GamePro magazine. So all of these prizes don't even exist anymore, with the exception of the Seattle Mariners. So the questions, let's see if you can answer these. Number 1, who has the most career home runs of any current or former MLB player? And remember, this was as of 2001 before you answer that. Which MLB team had the best overall record during the 2000 regular season? Go ahead and Google it, I dare you. And then, which 3 categories must a batter lead in to win the Triple Crown? That one's easy. If you have to look that up in Google, well, sorry. And that's about it. Sweepstakes ends June 10th, 2001. So I missed it by about 15 years. Too bad. So that is High Heat Baseball 2002. That is Vlad Guerrero, by the way, on the front of this game. All right. At long last, I am opening this. This is a game that I was attracted to for 2 reasons. A, it's a light gun game, which I really enjoy, even though I don't have a light gun. And even if I did, with this new TV, it wouldn't work. But second, it is driven by full motion video, which I adore. This is Judge Dredd, published by... Wow, it's self-published by Gremlin Interactive and released in 1998. Let's take a look here. You are the law. You are the law. In the 22nd century, every day is Judgment Day. Criminals thrive in vast, domed megacities, facing no police force or court of law, just the lone justice of street-prowling judges. Now an ex-judge turned prisoner has escaped and taken the mayor hostage. Leading an army of merciless androids, he's determined to go holster to holster against only you, the last word in justice, Judge Dredd. So again, this is full motion video driven, which I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this open. This is 1998. This actually is an Activision game. Activision did publish this. Their name is on the back. So let's see if we can get this open before I take all afternoon. There we go. Then this is exciting. So this game is 18 years old. We're getting it all unwrapped. And we're going to take the ID sticker off the top. Hopefully this won't take all day. And I'm looking forward to playing this. As a matter of fact, once I'm finished shooting this video, I'm going to play it. So opening up the Judge Dredd case, we have the black and red Judge Dredd CD. And we have an instruction manual that comes out of the front of the case. The instruction manual is 20 pages in length, so not very large. It is in black and white. There is an Activision registration card in here. For better service, please take a few moments to fill out this card. Return it completely filled out so we can enter you into our monthly drawing for a free video game. Let's see. Which game systems are in your home? N64, Saturn, PlayStation, PC, CD-ROM. How many games do you own? And it actually lists each platform. How many do you plan to buy in the next 12 months? Where did you hear about Judge Dredd? Did you rent this game before owning it? And what were the main reasons that you bought it? So interesting stuff. I don't have a light gun. However, I will play this with the controller. I'm sure I'll be terrible at it, but it doesn't matter. I have Area 51, I have Maximum Force, I have Crypt Killer. So these light gun games, even though I don't have a light gun to play them, doesn't bother me. The only light gun game that I really want that I'm missing that I could probably afford to get at this point would be Lethal Enforcers 1 and 2. Elemental Gearbolt, which is another light gun game, I will never be able to afford unless I sell both my kidneys and probably one other organ. So, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. So those are the games that I have added to my library recently.